Hello, I hope you're doing well today. Welcome to Embracing Change. Got a great topic today. It is called 3 Little Words. I'll bet you think you know what they are, but don't bet your lunch money on it. Before we get started today, let's talk about the National Day calendar and what's going on out there. Today is Fat Tuesday. Yeah. What the real meaning of Fat Tuesday is the day before Lent begins. And when Lent begins, we are supposed to cut the meat out of our diets. And one of the traditions was that you would want all the fat out of the house. It technically makes sense if you think many hundreds of years ago, fat would also spoil. So it was kind of a pre-spring cleaning thing where you would get ready. And so then we went into a period of fasting and abstaining. If you're in the Catholic tradition, I don't know if other Christian traditions do it, but in the Catholic, tomorrow is Ash Wednesday. We'll talk about that tomorrow. But today being Fat Tuesday, it's also called Pancake Day or Shrove Tuesday. And some places had pancake races and celebrations. And it is also Mardi Gras. It is the end of Mardi Gras. And the Mardi Gras was a carnival. And carnival means carnival. It's the meat festival. Goodbye to meat. So everybody got loaded up on their meat so that during Lent, during their periods of fasting and abstaining, and it's easy to look at those periods and say, what a waste, what's the big deal with it? What does it matter? What you're supposed to do is sacrifice. To sacrifice is to make something holy, to make you better, healthier, stronger. Tomorrow, a lot of folks are going to be giving something up for Lent. What are you going to be giving up for Lent? At my age, if I were still in the Catholic Church, I wouldn't have to worry about giving anything up for Lent because at a certain age, you're exempt from that rule. But I do like to practice a spiritual discipline of abstaining from something. And now I'd like to share with you, because I was an adult before I figured this out. I'd already left the Catholic Church as my primary church, my primary religion. I found unity. That was what speaks to me. Anyway, when you fast, you're only supposed to have very light breakfast, very light lunch, and a lighter but a little maybe heavier supper. And to abstain is to not do. So you would abstain from eating meat or whatever else you chose, and you would fast by eating only a few small meals. Now, how can that make you healthier? That's really a joke with me. How could lighter meals be beneficial to me? Yeah, I'll tell you how. Yeah. But when you want to do something better, to abstain from that, first of all, your body gets healthier if you're not weighing it down with a lot of food. Secondly, it gives us an appreciation of the food we have. And we can also save some extra grocery money when we're fasting. We're not eating so much. When I haven't eaten meat in over 40 years, but for those who eat meat, to go through, abstain from eating meat, I believe back in the years when I was still in the Catholic Church, it would be like Wednesdays and Fridays were no meat days. And the other days were the fasting where you only, had. And then people made a rule that on Sunday you could do whatever. Whatever you gave up. And to me, that is like sissy stuff. Oh, come on. You're either in this or you're not. So we want to do something. In unity, we're not necessarily, they don't necessarily abide by the food part of the rules, but we say we fast from negative thinking and we abstain from negative action. So we want to really work hard on developing our consciousness during that period of time. I usually try to do something during Lent that is physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual. So I might add extra time to my prayer time. I might, I think I'm going to go back to reading Charles Fillmore's book, Keep a True Lent. I keep that, and I go back and forth with it I let it go for a few years, and then I go back, and it's like it's fresh and new again. Especially the older I get, the fresher and newer it seems to be. But these are all spiritual disciplines to make us more God-like. We're children of God. It's time to act like it, isn't it? Take a look around. I think we have a lot of changing to do. So, well, that was more than I was planning to say about Fat Tuesday. Speaking of fat, Peanut Butter Lovers Day today. Pancake Day. Like I say, they made the pancakes. The purpose of that, get the fat out of the house. It is Pig Day. That's to honor domesticated pigs. A couple things people don't understand. Pigs are extremely smart. Aside from human beings, they are the most intelligent animal that walks on the planet. And you may not know this, but they also say that the octopus is the smartest animal that is beneath the water. Well, kind of when you think about size of that brain, one would think. If you ever get a chance, you can watch Octopus TV, and they show octopi doing all kinds of interesting and humorous even things that octopuses octopi have personality. It's interesting. It is Paxi Day, which is that's another thing. It's a fried food. It's like a jelly donut. It's in the and my heart aches because it's in the Polish, Scandinavian, Polish, Lithuanian, Ukrainian, in that group. It's and so a lot of people will be eating those today. They'll probably be eating them with tears. Let's keep the Ukraine in our prayers, protection for the people. It is also Fastnacht Day, which is another, this is all the same thing, all getting ready for Lent with different words. And it is Horse Protection Day. You know, a lot of people are working very hard to save our horses. Some people send the old horse to the dog food factory. Some people do eat horse, which freaks my sister out, and well, eating animals in general kind of freaks me out. So horses are especially wonderful in my family. Oh, all right, enough of that for now. I'd like to ask you, what are you giving up for Lent? You can put it in the comments. You can private message me. So today we're talking about 3 little words. I know you're thinking I love you. Well, I do love you, but I know you're thinking about the words I love you. And they are one of many powerful sets of 3 words. You know, we think sometimes you have to be able to talk big, loud, flowery, lots of words, when the most powerful words are usually small and there's not many of them. You can hear a speech that's got so many syllables you can't follow along in it and you don't get anything out of it. But you can hear 3 little words, and if you can draw the power from those words, it's a good thing. Now, in Unity we say that the throat is the center of the spiritual faculty of power. The reason we say that is because, first of all, the words are formed through breath. So your breath in, breath out, and breath is also spirit. So we want our words to be spirit-filled. Now that doesn't mean they're all holy, holy words. It means that they are words that are aligned with truth, and all that is good. So if we talk about the creative process is mind, idea, expression. So you think about it, you get an idea. So in your mind, you get an idea. And they say God, divine mind, is the creator of all divine ideas. So we get an idea, all ideas, and then we make them divine or not. We get an idea, and then we hold on to that idea. We gel it, and then we speak words. The words put kind of like put clothing on the idea, because it is expressing it. Mind, idea, expression. A lot of times we get an idea in our mind, and then it kind of just fizzles there. It doesn't hook up with any positive energy. Our words have power for better or worse. Our words can heal, and our words can kill. Think about the energy in words. So you got two things going on, energy and you've got expression. I'm going to share some three word phrases, but what I want you to do is kind of try to get calm, get very calm and grounded. And I would like to invite you to be very sensitive. What do you feel from the words that I say? Okay? So try to be very attuned to them. And I will make it easy. I will start with, I love you. I just love you. I hope that was a good feeling, not a creepy feeling. How about these words? These are so powerful, and it's so hard to get them out of our mouth. That is, are you ready? I was wrong. Have you ever had that argument and blaming, pushing blame back and forth, and that's really sad. That can all be stopped if you were at fault, and you can easily say, I was wrong. I was wrong. When you say those words, you go from the other person being angry and agitated and aggressive toward you when you admit being wrong, especially if they know you're wrong and you're admitting it. That changes it just like that. It changes them, it changes you. Remember, this is all energy. Our words are energy. Our emotions, energy in motion. So if you've got the power to say, I was wrong, you get your heart and your mind full of good feelings and love and positivity, and you fill that in the person you're having the issue with. Now, there's three other words that can be in the situation if you are not wrong and you don't want to be accused of being wrong. Because with me, if I'm not wrong, I have a really hard time saying I am not wrong, because I am not wrong keeps the argument, keeps the dispute alive. Great words to overcome that is agree to disagree. Agree to disagree. It's actually four, if you put the person thing in there, I agree to disagree, we agree to disagree. But that's really good because it's acknowledging, when two people are having an argument, like one of them has to be right and one of them has to be wrong. That's not always the case. Two people can have differing opinions about a very similar thing. I agree to disagree. Okay. Here's another one. Simple. Powerful. I'm so sorry. Some people say you should never be sorry. You've got nothing to be sorry for. Well, there are times we do. And I go back to that experience I had with Mimi over Christmas when we were driving along and she wanted to go to this one store and I really didn't understand what the store was like, and I said, I don't think I want to go there. And then she's like, just wanted to do something nice with you. And when I realized how I hurt her, that she wanted to show me something and I was not being receptive, that was all on me. And it was so perfect for me to say, I'm so sorry. I wasn't just sorry. I was so sorry. That lets them know that not only do you get it, you really get it. And those are hard words, again, to say. It's hard to admit it was your fault. And a lot of people go, that's not fault, it's cause. Yes, it is. So I caused pain and suffering. It is then mine to ease that pain and suffering. Okay. Here's a good one that you have to tell yourself as well as others sometime. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. Have you got something going on in your life, or you have a project that you're kind of doubting your ability, or whatever it is, word you want to say that you are afraid to say even? Can you say to yourself, yes, I can. Yes, I can. Think about that project and say, yes, I can. Powerful. Or someone else says to you, do you really think you can do that? Yes, I can. You know what Yoda said? Try. There is no try. You do or you do not do. I try. If you're trying, you're actually doing. Here's another good one. And it's you have to have that in your heart and in your mind. And that is, I can help. I can help. Very often someone needs help and we hesitate. Maybe we are being lazy. Maybe it's inconvenient or uncomfortable. But the words, I can help, are so powerful. And yes, it may put us out of our comfort zone, but even speaking those words, I can help, that's affirming the truth. I can help. So if you can help, help. On the other hand, another good one, no means no. And if you're up against someone, like the kids when they want to do something, please, mommy, can we have a dog? Please, can we have a dog? Please, can we have a dog? No. Please, can we have a dog? No means no. And yes, you want your kids to be persistent, and maybe it will be a whole lot better if you explain to them why no. On the other hand, if we talk about being in your workplace or in other positions where people just aren't getting it, that you said no. No means no. It's not just about being out on a date. No means no in every respect. In the Bible, we're told, let your yes be yes and your no be no. Don't say yes and when you really want to say no. and don't say no when you really want to say yes, provided we're looking at the particular circumstance or situation we're saying. Sometimes we have to say no to ourselves. We have to parent ourselves, because within most of us is a little spoiled brat. There's one in me. I know it. I fight her all the time. I fight her on bedtime. Now here's a biggie. When I click that button that says finish today at the end of the video, you might have something lingering on your to-do list. Heaven knows how long it's been there, but here are 3 powerful words. Do it now. Do it now. When you hear yourself procrastinating, there's this cartoon, I love it. It's got a bunch of chairs set up, and there's a sign on the wall, and it says Procrastinators Club, and then underneath it says meeting postponed till tomorrow. No, do it now. Oh, these 3 little words will pinch you right on your ego. They're very important to say, and most of us hesitate to actually say them. And that is, I don't know. Usually if someone asks us a question, we will bend over backward to come up with an answer, and if we don't have an answer, we'll make one up, right? We don't want anybody to think we're ignorant or stupid, but sometimes we just don't know. So if somebody asks you a question, I don't know. And you can always add to that after, but I'll find out. But just if you don't know, say, I don't know. Do you know how many people would not be driving around lost for hours and miles and burning up all their gas if somebody they asked for directions just said, I don't know, instead of saying, well, let's see, I think you go about 4 miles down there, and there'll be a blinking light, and then you take a right, and then you go and you follow the directions, and you are nowhere you have ever seen before or you'll ever see again. Yeah. There has been a time or two I thought I was given the right directions and I wasn't. Everyone out there that knows me, please don't take directions from me. I don't do that very well. I have this thing where every hill kind of looks the same and every turn kind of looks the same. Been that way all my life. Matter of fact, I was in my 60s when I really got it about the sun. I always knew the sun rose in the east and set in the west, but when I was driving somewhere, it was on my Route 66 trip actually, it was in my 70s, and I looked up and all right, the sun's over there, and it's morning, and so that's east, duh. Okay. Another one that is sometimes hard to say, I forgive you. Especially if we don't want to. But we should want to forgive, because forgiveness is a gift you give yourself. When you forgive, you're able to just let go of all the resentment and anger and on the converse side of that, please forgive me. That's right up there with I'm so sorry. Please forgive me. Because we didn't usually intend to do something that was hurtful to another person. You say, please forgive me. Here's another one. This one really is annoying. If you say, I'll be there, be there. A lot of people today don't necessarily follow through. They'll make an appointment, they'll make a, as a minister, one of the things that would make me crazy is someone would come and they go, I want to teach Sunday school. I feel like God wants me to teach Sunday school. Can you sign me up to teach Sunday school? And then you go through the work and the planning and the preparation to teach them how to do Sunday school, and then they don't show up. They just don't show up. If you say, I'll be there, say it, think it, and feel it, and when it's time, be there. Our words must have actions that confirm we mean the words. If I be there, I'll be there. If I forgive, I forgive. If I say I was wrong, I acknowledge, and I don't do that particular wrong again. Nothing I told you today was big, flowery, impressive, multi-syllable words. They were just plain, everyday words. And if you connect those words and the meaning they have with your actions. Now, just briefly want to touch on the fact that the way we say something, it has to be consistent with the meaning. Because if you use the powerful three little words, I love you, but you say them with the wrong inflection, I love you. I love you. So you can say them, so they sound like they're beautiful words. I love you, those are beautiful words. But if you put a negative twist on them, oh, I forgive you. I don't think so. It doesn't agree. The words and the energy, the emotions with them don't agree. So watch your words and the way you say them. And remember, you don't have to be big and flowery. So remember what we were talking about a minute ago? About, do you have something you're supposed to be doing? And I say to you, do it now. I'll see you next time. Have a great day and God bless.